Awesome. You want that?
I kind of wanted to get it in there. It looked like it wasn't.
Well, it's here. We'll do this.
Yeah, well, get it over there. There you go. That's pretty damn important. Best of show.
Right there.
Best of show.
All right. There you go.
Yeah. I've been recording for a while too, so we can have all this fun little banter.
Look, I never guessed it. Let's go.
All right. Welcome to the Kahler Podcast. This time we have a couple special guests after the Las Vegas Guitar Trade Show. David Pastorius and
Matt Garashko.
Yeah, see, I would have never
and
got
me,
that part.
I'm here too.
Gary Kahler, who is only going to stay for just a little while because he is far too important to hang out with the likes of us.
Oh, bullshit. Making a difference.
We're going to start out by first off pointing out here that we did, in fact, win Best of Show.
Yeah, we did, and we're very proud of that because this is the very first Las Vegas Guitar Trade Show, and hey, this is the start of something great.
I think so
and
too.
I think Alicia did a great job.
Every time you mispronounce Alicia's name,
I did not mispronounce her name.
Entirely my fault. My resignation will be on your desk in the morning.
Good.
Okay.
Right.
So.
But
yeah.
Our special guest is the most important thing today.
Yes, we've got two. And the one of them here, David, has a signature Valkenberg bass, and it has a Kahler. We'll just pan away.
Nice.
Yes.
There we go.
There you go. We don't need the deep sea diver helmet in there. Okay. So, yeah, the proto bass. What can you tell me about this thing, David?
It plays great. I've been actually writing a lot of new stuff on it, too.
Yeah?
With the, I'm not too technical savvy.
Oh.
But no, you know what I mean? As far as, like, the technical side of, like, what this is and what that is.
Oh, okay.
Bass, it's a lot of fun to play, and I'm really digging the Kahler.
Well,
I'm coming up with all kinds of like new riffs and bending notes. It's a lot of fun.
We are really digging you playing the Kahler. Now, let's just get this out of the way. You're related to Jaco. Yeah.
Nephew of
Jaco. Man, could you imagine if Jaco had a Kahler?
He'd probably dig it.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Jaco is from what I think and what I've heard, he was not an elitist. Like he's all about, moving forward and stuff. He would have loved stuff like that.
I believe that he was the very first person to ever play a Hartke cabinet.
Yep.
Yeah, with the aluminum speakers,
Yep.
Have you ever seen the solo that he did with, he was playing with Joni Mitchell, Pat Metheny, and Don Elias,
Mm-hmm.
and God, that solo that he did.
I think that is slang.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just sitting there, and he goes into "If I Only Had a Brain," and
he does a bunch of stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, echoes and things. Okay, yeah. Bass players could sit here and talk about Jaco all day long, especially if one's related to him. With keeping all this in mind, you wanted the Kahler because you wanted to be able to do whammy stuff on a bass, I'm sure. Any reason why you picked the EMGs?
That's the thing is like I don't I like the way it sounds.
Right? Oh, okay.
I think that was a Daniel pick.
That was a Daniel thing? Okay.
It sounds great though. I'm happy with it.
Well, those are great pickups,
Yeah.
and that's a great configuration right there. What about 21 frets? That's kind of were you like, yeah, 21 frets, or were you like, no, there ain't no money to be made up there?
No, it's just I like the way it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's
21 is fine for me.
well the very first bass that both you and I played that had 21 frets.
Is that the Peavies? Yeah.
The PV Fury.
Yeah.
Who Hartley Peavy, very good friend of Gary's.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're good friends.
Yes.
Yeah, when I was 15, I started playing, and I remember saving the money, going to a pawn shop, and there was this blue PV
Oh,
Fury
of course.
for like $160, and it played great.
I got my PV Fury when I was 15.
Nice.
Yeah.
You started at 15?
I started at
very
15.
cool.
I started on drums first
Yeah.
and then moved to bass, something that other people have done in the past.
I remember selling my Nintendo.
Oh,
Just
man.
Oh,
get some of the money for the bass.
My parents had extracted me from the house with police intervention, and they sent a state appointed counselor.
Eddie's a wonderful person. by
I
the way.
am.
He's been in enough trouble.
Entirely
to do
my
that.
fault.
I-
Well, Washington State appointed a counselor to negotiate me coming back
oh my God.
to the house,
Wow.
and my parents sat there once a week for like 3 hours every night, just complaining about me. And then at the end of it, the counselor looked at me and went, "What do you want?" And I was like, "I get to want something?" He was like, "Yeah, what do you want?" And I was like, "I want a bass."
Oh.
And my parents started going like, "Oh, we've got 5 kids and this and that." And the counselor looked at them and went, "Listen, there's a chance you two have overreacted. And I hear you complain a lot about this kid, and I do this all the time. And I'm here to tell you, you got a good kid. Get him a bass."
Wow.
So they got him
That's
a
awesome.
bass.
State appointed bass player.
Yeah,
That's
staying
cool.
at one
That's
of
a cool
bass
story.
player, and then he ends up here. I wanted to ask you a couple things about the bass. How do you like the clutch in it?
The clutch. What is the clutch?
That
The
is what
clutch. You can hold the arm and put it wherever you want it.
You talking about this?
It's not even it's not even activated.
Okay, you don't
was that what you
activate
just
it.
was that what you
No. What we did was we unlocked it. You didn't even know that it had a lock
that's what I'm
in
saying.
it.
I'm an idiot
Oh.
when it comes to stuff. I just like playing them.
Oh, I
like,
doubt it very much.
Yeah.
But
no. You know what I'm saying? I'm joking around, but yeah, that
Yeah,
stuff
but
is like.
see, you can lock that tremolo off to make it a fixed.
You can
Oh, really?
Or you can use it as a tremolo.
Oh, cool.
And then it has a clutch in the arm so that you can position it anywhere you want and then kick it out of the way.
Yeah,
if
you
want.
can.
Yeah.
You can make that arm stationary wherever you want. I'll show you how to do it.
Yeah, it was kind of
That'll be
like
good.
I kind of when I play it, this was normally going to be like that.
That's
So,
about-
so I
Yeah.
got used to that. I didn't know you could actually.
Oh yeah,
no.
you can. That's a new feature.
What?
Yeah,
That's a new feature for 2024.
That's awesome.
yeah, and also it has forward and rearward saddles. So if you were putting it on a base that had more wood on the back, those saddles could go forward rather than rearward.
Wow.
So it's a universal bridge that works for a lot of things.
Depending on where the bridge was originally put, either the saddles have to go rearward or forward.
And we have another guest here too.
Yes, Matt. Let's talk about young Matt here
Yep,
with his extremely cool glasses.
I like it.
First podcast ever.
Yes.
Who plays a bloody Les Paul.
I play a Gibson Les Paul standard.
It has a fixed bridge. We need to get a Kahler on
Has a
that.
fixed bridge. Still sounds amazing though.
Well, that is true. That is true.
Hey, listen, Eddie,
Yeah.
I'm going to leave, and I want Daniel to come here and take my place.
You know what? Let's have Daniel we'll have him run the thing because I'm just terrible at discipline.
No shit. Okay, here we go. Here, Daniel.
Daniel Margasa,
And I'd just
everybody.
like to say thank you for coming over, my
Hey,
man.
thanks for having me.
Really appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you
coming
for
over.
having me.
You bet.
All right.
Welcome.
I get to put on the special headphones
That's right.
worn by Mr. Kahler.
That's right.
Thanks, Gary.
Basically, guitar John Wayne, Gary Kahler. He actually knocked a guy out on the bullet train in Japan one time for getting mouthy about the counterfeits, and
That's Gary.
that's
Wow.
Gary.
Yep, he will fly to Japan to make a point.
Yeah,
He will.
yeah, he
He
totally
will.
did.
Yeah.
He
did. Yeah.
He flew to Japan back in the early '80s because a Japanese company was counterfeiting his bridge.
Whoa.
And so he's suing him on Japanese soil. The person who was the president of the company that was doing the counterfeiting pretended like it was one great big coincidence, even though it's like identical. And Gary told his interpreter to tell that guy to go fuck himself in the middle of Japanese court.
Right in court, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah,
And he still won.
yes.
They did kick him out for the rest of the day, though, but
Yes,
he did
yeah.
win.
Wow.
He was too violent for the Japanese.
Well,
Yes.
it's once again guitar John Wayne.
Now both of these guys, okay,
Yes.
Matt and David, both performed at the
Las Vegas.
Guitar Trade
Yeah.
Show. How was the show for you?
Oh, it was so fun. It was so great. And the best part was actually getting people who'd never even seen a Kahler before to hold it in their hands. There's like all these weird.
I'll give you something you can.
I
hold
knew he
in
was
your
going to
hands.
say that.
How
I
in
knew
the
it. I
world
knew it was
did
coming.
Grow up.
Every single time that anybody says anything even remotely dirty, I kind of look over and think, God, I thank God Daniel's not here right now.
You're gonna say something.
He's gonna say something.
You guys did have, well worth the best of show. Your booth
Thank you.
was stellar. So many compliments, and I think they Alicia had kind of like secret shoppers going around and
Right.
visiting
Yes,
the booths
yes.
and doing that sort of thing, and then they would come back with a list and say, like, these guys had a really good display. Those
Right.
people had a cool booth, and you guys were really right in between most innovative.
Yeah.
Right, like you could have taken that award
We
as well.
I thought we were gonna get that
Right.
for the auto latch.
Yeah, you did have a killer display, but innovative was, that's the word that describes why we even use that on David's bass.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That bridge, he may not know a lot about it, but he certainly knows how to use it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, obviously being a great bass player, but literally that was my first choice. We were looking at, what should we put on? And
Right.
what should we do? And then that bass also gives him a lot of sustain.
Right.
It is a big piece of metal. It's a big bridge. That, the artist will give me a few bits of information.
Right.
And then I'll just run with that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Okay, well then maybe you can tell me why you picked EMGs and 21 frets. Just seemed like the thing to do.
Now, first off, those are passive EMGs.
Really?
Yes, which is way more rare for EMG. But I was talking to them, and at the time they were like, "I'm not even sure we've got those in stock, but we'll wind them." And I said, I just not that the battery's an issue, but I just didn't want him to have to deal with that. And I
Sure.
said, if you can build me a high output passive, brick and set of P, and the P's were just an addition at the end, and the real proto bass we built didn't have that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
then-
remember that. Yeah.
And then he had asked if at the end, I could do that just to make my life more difficult. So I said, "Oh yeah, no,
Why not?
yeah, why not?
Why not? Absolutely.
That was just for thumb placement, really,
Yes.
too, though. So I could have, my thumb
Yes.
here. Because I can't do a lot. You know how a lot of people do the floating thumb?
Oh yeah.
Can't do that.
Yeah.
There's some amazing players that do that. I have to be resting my thumb.
That's
on something.
the floating thumb sounds like a sexual term. Just
Grow up.
that was just desperately reaching right
Seriously,
there.
sorry, Dave.
Act like you've been here.
EMGs were actually my first choice. We tried some other pickups, but
Right.
that is a alder body,
Okay.
maple neck, rock maple with a rosewood fretboard, and just the weight of that particular alder, which isn't a super heavy bass,
Right.
like it's kind of like a medium weight. And I thought the EMGs gave it a lot of punch, and they stand out. David can tend to play a lot of notes. So you don't want it to get muddy when
Really?
you're slapping and popping and just playing a string,
Yeah.
like a big run of notes,
Wait.
right?
Right.
Seriously?
Yeah. Well, sometimes you sound like a guitar player shredding, but on
No.
a bass.
Well,
You do know you play bass.
I
right?
usually hear I don't play enough notes.
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't you play more notes?
that actually reminds me of what was it? It was that Mozart
Yeah.
movie,
Which
Amadeus.
notes should I take
Oh,
out?
yeah.
Well, it's like too many notes. Isn't that right, court composer? Yes, sire, too many notes.
How many should I remove? Which ones?
Yeah. I always think the number's 3. Like if you remove 3 notes, it'll, you know what I mean?
If you're playing 4, take away 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take away 3. I just want to hear like
There you
the
go.
one note. But Matthew played, and he he tends to be more of like a chord guy, even though you did
Yes.
play some leads, right?
did.
But you're just like plowing through those chords, and
And the songs.
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna
attacked.
find a nice heavy Kahler to put on your Les Paul.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you can build a custom.
Oh, well,
Well,
wait a minute.
Well,
wait a minute.
We do that. Yes.
not
Have
get
you
ahead of
seen
ourselves.
this?
Show me something I haven't seen. Oh, this is right. Yes, of course. Of
Yeah,
course I've
that's
seen
a
this. Yeah.
fixed fine tuner Kahler for Les Paul.
Yeah, and let me tell you what I love about this bridge right off the bat, other than the fine tuners, is if we were to weigh
Oh, that
the
thing's
stock and
Uh-huh.
then putting this on, this is going to help your sustain, right?
it really
And
will.
Here we are. This is just
I see that?
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll insert a slide.
You're going to insert something
I will insert it.
in the
Knew
middle
it
of a podcast.
immediately.
So that
Yeah.
replaces
That's interesting.
both the bridge and stop tailpiece. So the
I've never had fine tuners on a guitar.
Oh, well, and you know how sometimes that. Okay, get ready for it. The
Yeah.
G string has a hard time staying.
I've always had that issue with every Les Paul I've ever had.
Right,
You have that installed on something right now?
we do.
Let me see it. Why don't you bust that
Is it
out?
on right here?
No, that one has a whammy bar.
Yeah, that one's trim.
Yeah,
Right there.
well, I'd have to get up and walk over and get it. Do you think it's worth it?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'd like to see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would
Hold on.
like to see
You
it.
know, we like innovation here at Kahler,
Yes. yes.
right? And so, how did you guys like the show? I mean, overall impressions of first Las Vegas Guitar
It was a
Trade
great show.
Ah.
Really good.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was one of the most unique guitar trade shows I've ever seen. You know,
Yeah.
I haven't been to many, but
But yes,
from what I've seen, I mean,
in the two that you've gone to, this
in
one
the
was
two
better.
that I've gone to, this one's been the best one. No, I mean, I've seen like online videos and stuff of guitar trade shows going on, and
Yeah.
you know, I've watched videos on the Dallas show and everything, and
yeah.
just nothing was like this show.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we had full blown concerts and everything going on.
There
at
was a
this
lot
show,
going
and,
on. Yeah.
like-
free clinics. David played all weekend. I mean,
Yeah.
it was just incredible.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he
That's
just,
why people
like, played
left.
with the kids. You know?
Yeah. When you started playing,
I
yeah,
know.
David. Yeah.
You actually said the free clinic, and you didn't. You didn't make that one dirty. I feel like you're slipping.
The free,
Yeah,
the
slipping.
free clinic. Oh, I didn't grab on to that.
No, that was like, oh man, are you feeling okay?
I'm all right. Yeah.
Okay, so the guitar with the bridge is right next to you.
Oh, holy moly.
Okay, yeah. So I bugged the living crap out of Gary to make that thing. Yeah, it's
we can see
wow.
it, kind of.
Oh wow, check that out. Huh?
check that out.
Excellent. Look at that.
Wow.
So what did you put it on here?
That is a what is that? Is that a Vantage?
yeah,
Yeah. So
that looks great. So these are proprietary as part of it too,
yeah, those are locking studs.
but you can use standard ones too.
you can use standard
So
ones if you want.
Someone just bought this, they can use their own studs.
Yes, they can.
like David does. Yeah.
Knew it.
What did you know?
You were gonna say something
something
about
silly.
studs.
Yeah.
Okay, studs. I don't get to use that word like every day.
That-
Well, no.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
So if I get to use some new words. So this is new.
That is new. We haven't that is one of three pieces. That is two of three pieces.
Yeah.
The third one, Moshe Alvarez, our sales manager, has. Yeah, I bugged the living crap out of Gary to make that thing. I was like, dude, we're missing.
So these are like prototypes, really.
yes.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
It's
I'd put this on the
Yeah.
Les Paul.
Yeah.
well, and you see up there.
Yes, and you just pulled it.
Yeah, so you just pull that down, and then it's
and
unlocked.
then it unlocks. For
So
tu-
you
for
can do
tuning.
your major tuning
Tuning up
up there, and then flip it down, and it
And
locks.
fine tune at the bottom. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it will be the most stable tuning Les Paul style guitar that you will ever play.
Yeah. I love
It'd
it.
definitely be one of the most unique looking ones.
Oh, I love that thing. Doesn't that look cool?
Well, it looks cool. You get more sustain and a lot of extra features
Yep.
with those fine tuners.
Oh, those are locking tuners because I put a different bridge on it way before. Yeah, if you spin that the wrong way, that string will
Yeah.
pop right out.
You wouldn't need those with that system.
No, you
Yeah.
would not.
Yeah.
No, you would not.
Did you bring that to the show? Was that
We did not.
Because I didn't see it. That's why I'm saying I'm looking at it for the first time over
Yeah,
here.
no, we did not because it's so new and because I need to I need to make a few more refinements with this before we expose the world to it.
Right. I love it. Well, thanks for showing it to us. So getting back to you guys now, you guys both flew in for this show. So David, like, what are you doing now? Like, what's on your agenda?
Next thing I have 4 shows with Pat Travers. We have 2 in New York and 2 in Canada. That's November 20th to the 24th.
That's his stomping grounds, Canada.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Yep. So we have Roslyn, Lima, and then 2 in Canada, Toronto, and somewhere else. But yeah.
And what are you doing while you're here in town? I heard you've been making the rounds, doing some stuff.
I did some recording last night with Fat Mike.
Okay.
That was
No
awesome.
Effects. Yeah, right on.
Really cool.
That was a good time. Shout out to Fat Mike from No Effects.
He was at the clinic that I did.
Yeah.
Met him.
Saw him
Cool
at the show.
Yeah,
it was really cool.
Yeah, we just got a ton of superstars walking around. Bruce Kulick, had a booth over there actually.
Yeah, Josh Paul was there.
Josh Paul,
Suicidal Infectious Daughtry.
Yeah.
Let's see, who's the guy from Asia? Boy, when he walked in, you knew it was
John Payne.
Yeah. Thank you.
Boucher was there.
Yeah,
he's one of my favorite.
Everybody was super cool. They all stopped by the Valkenberg booth, to say hello. They were super excited,
Well, don't forget our old buddy Scottie Snyder.
Scott Snyder. He actually played. He got on stage with Clutch Lock, as did Matthew. And Matt came up for 2 songs with Clutch Lock. And Scott Snyder was supposed to do the whole set, but he was going to be on tour with Great White. And he was supposed to do the Clutch Lock set. We opened for the Rock Gods Hall of Fame award show, and he literally called me, like a couple days before, and he said the show this weekend was canceled. Can I, squeeze back in? And I said, yeah, but the bass player that we had brought in to replace him, which was a referral by Scottie, J.P. Michaels, who's absolutely outstanding. I said, why don't we pull a Spinal Tap and have 2 bass players up there?
Oh, that'd be great. Did you guys do Big Bottoms?
We did not, but what we did do was we did half the set with JP, and then from halfway through we had Scott come in, plug into another bass rig, and they both played, and it was awesome because their bass lines just worked really well together, and Scottie was super happy because it's kind of his gig to do that he gave up to JP because he was going to be away, And then Matt came up for the last 2 songs with us. So it was like a lot of fun. But, Scott Snyder from Great White, man, just like shout out to you, Scottie.
That was my first real concert.
Oh,
playing with a band.
Nice.
Yes. Well, playing with guys of that caliber. Yeah.
Just playing with people in general. I've never been on stage with people.
With humans?
I've only been on stage by myself.
Yeah.
I know.
Right.
Yeah, I will say this, though, and kind of bring it back to Scott. Just what a cool guy, man. Every time you walk past the booth, he was like, hey, how's it going? And all that stuff. And then, for me personally, as a bass player myself, just made bass player friends at the show. That was great.
Did you see his bass? Did you see the Once Bitten?
Yeah, I did. That was really, and he's really
a great player.
Oh, he's really is.
Yeah.
I would love to do something like with the 3 of us, where one of us has.
You're a great player too, man.
What?
We have to record something.
I'm dying to.
Yeah.
I think that'd be so cool. Like we could do something with like an 8-string, a fretted, and a fretless.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, how fun would that be?
I have this song I wrote that you guys could do.
Oh God!
Oh my God!
It's gonna be something. Here we go. Give it to us.
I'm just
all right. Go shoot.
Come on.
Pitch it.
Yeah,
pitch it. It's a song about speedos, but
oh boy.
Okay, yeah.
So there's nice, some fast playing in there and stuff. I can already see the video.
Oh no.
Well, I think that
you should have seen the names he fired over.
I think
for the name of this bass originally, that I was like, no, they're just getting worse and worse and worse.
There was
I
some
think
good
that
stuff in there.
I can speak.
What were some of the names?
The first name was The Erection.
The Erection.
Yeah.
I thought that was good. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
that would have sold like
that's
crazy.
why I was just like, keep it simple.
What was the most like what was the most what was wrong with you name that he shot at you?
I don't know. We probably can't. We probably can't say it. Like,
no.
Well,
no,
all I can say about your song idea is
tell me after. You tell me
is
after the show.
Speed don't.
It was good seeing guys all at the show though.
It was good seeing you.
It's good. Yeah. Now I'm waiting for everybody to fly away.
Right. It'll be just it's so.
You won't be getting rid of me forever.
Right. No, man, we'll be back in
Be
January.
back in January permanently. I'll be
Back
living
in
out here.
January too.
Oh, you're coming back
The
in January.
playing
Are you
Vamps.
moving out here?
Oh,
That
you're
counts
playing
Vamps with Pat.
with Pat.
Yeah.
Wait. Say that again.
January. I don't know the date, but sometime we're playing It Counts.
Oh,
With
sweet.
Pat, yeah.
Travers. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, actually. I'm completely unfamiliar with Pat Travers until a few years ago.
Uh-huh.
I was sitting there listening to something. I was like, man, this is great.
Yeah.
Who is
Oh, he's amazing.
Pat Travers? And I was like, what? So Spotify, and it was like, oh my God.
It's
You
funny.
know.
I knew the name because my stepdad
Right.
loved Pat Travers growing up, but I never listened to his music. And then when I found out I was going to, try out for his band,
Right.
first off, I learned a Robin Trower song, thinking it was him, that Flight of the Eagle. And then I was like, oh, Pat, he's like just this blues guy. So I didn't learn any songs till like 2 days before rehearsal.
Oops.
And then I listened to like Getting Better, and I was like, it's kind of like progressive and way more complicated than that. And I was like, oh. So then I just learned it really good. Getting Better as good as I could, one song.
Right.
And then we got to rehearsal. All he wanted to do was jam. So it was like right up my alley.
Oh, thank
It was
God.
like perfect. I was like, thank God he just wants to jam.
Right.
Yeah.
It was bad.
But he's got hits. He's got songs everybody knows, man. He's
Absolutely.
got, I mean,
and he still kills it.
You know what, though? Getting back, I got to say, so David actually handed me a couple of his CDs. He was like, I don't know if you guys still have, nobody listens to CDs anymore. And I was like, I do.
Yeah.
So he gave me a couple. I don't even know what one I put on, but, I was sitting there, first song, I'm like, yeah, this is great. Second song, awesome. Third song, it was kind of, I had like a little bit of a 311 vibe, but but not.
Did it have a reggae vibe to it?
It's something, a digital something or other. And
The name of the album?
No, the
track.
the third track. It was like a digital flavor or digital
Supersonic, the one with vocals?
Oh yeah.
Sounds like an
Dude.
attempt at like a pop song.
Oh my God, I loved it.
Yeah.
Man.
That actually has the engineer Brendan, Studio 101 where I record all my stuff.
Yeah.
In Melbourne. Brendan is the engineer. Him and his buddy Mike did the vocals. They killed it.
That is such a great tune. Am I going to get a copyright strike if I close this out with it?
No.
Good, because
That'd
it's
be
a
awesome.
great song. It really is. It's so good. I mean, everything on there was so good that I was thinking, as I'm putting everything away from the guitar show, I'm sitting here just listening to it, and then I got to the end, and I was like, next one, nope, I'm not done with this one yet. So the next one is gonna be like its whole thing unto itself.
There's a couple tracks with vocals on it.
Oh yeah,
There's 3 on that album.
Are you still writing right now? You going to do a new CD or what's
I have a
happening?
lot of stuff. I would love to get in the studio and do a new album.
Well, we got a studio.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
We got a studio with video capabilities. How cool would it be to do some stuff? I mean, we could.
He's fighting.
Yeah.
He's fighting it back. The urge to say
I
something
like doing
silly.
stuff.
Okay. I don't know if I'm going to leave that one. Come on. That was pretty bad.
Parents are
That
watching.
was pretty bad.
Come on, man.
But enthusiastic.
But enthusiastic. You know what? I like the energy behind it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think we better stop
Yes,
this,
Daniel.
and we'll have David play us out.